the three-time scoring champ Kevin Durant. He had a discussion with the Washington Post, and he had this to say, talking about his future. I've heard a few times in 3 or 4 years, this league is going to be yours. I don't like that because I think I'm established now. My time is now. I feel as though I've proven myself these last 5 years that I can be one of the top players in the league. I've got a long way to go to being the ultimate best, but I think my time is now, and I'm starting to enter my prime. Skip, we'll start with you. Do you have a problem with this?
Stephen A., I have a big problem with what Don just read from
Really?
Kevin Durant. And I'm going to point out again, I love Kevin Durant. I've said many, many times on this show, he's my favorite player in the NBA. I've said many, many times that the only problem that I've had with Russell Westbrook is that he takes too many shots that Kevin Durant should be taking.
You are, in all seriousness, you are totally dismissive and disrespectful towards the game that is Russell Westbrook. Now, come on now.
All right, that's a topic for another
Yes.
day. Okay, now back to these quotes. They just hit me the wrong way. The point here is, Kevin Durant had his shot last June. He got owned by LeBron James in games 2 through 5 in the NBA Finals. I was extremely disappointed in my guy, Kevin Durant, in the NBA Finals, all the way down to Game 5, when I predicted that Oklahoma City would at least win one game in Miami. And head-to-head with LeBron. Remember, LeBron switched and took him in Game 2 through 5. He had no shot. He was owned psychologically by his best buddy, LeBron, and he was definitely owned physically, basketball-wise, by LeBron James in every way, shape, and form in 2 through 5. So, Stephen A., I don't want to hear that he's proven himself, because he had a chance to prove himself on the biggest stage last June, and he did not. The time right now is to just be quiet and gym rat it the way he does, just shoot and shoot and shoot, and come back when the season starts and prove that he's the best player in the game. Prove he can carry a team, not just to the finals, but to a championship, because I believe he can. Now is not the time to chest beat and say, hey, I think I've been one of the top players. Nope, I'm sorry. No, to use your phrase, I want him to zip it right now. I don't want to hear boo from him until it's time to show us that you can take a team to a championship.
My response to that is I think you're being unfair to Kevin Durant in this regard. Kevin Durant is the epitome of what we want a basketball ambassador to be.
Okay, well, that's another topic.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why it's relevant to what you're saying. Skip, the dude is a 3-time scoring champion. He's a scoring machine. In the finals, Skip, even though you say he got owned, he averaged 30. Now, I understand your point about LeBron getting the best of him. It was because LeBron, and I mean this in no way disrespectful towards Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant was taught what a man is. I'm talking about LeBron, 250, 260, muscles, thighs, everything. And I mean, LeBron was like, I can't deal with this dude. This dude is a scoring machine. He's 6'11". He's got a wingspan 7'5", 7'6". He can pull up from 30. You know, you're walking around and thinking like, my goodness, I thought we were having our way with them. We should be up 20. We're only up 5 because KD, I forgot, he's got about 20 already. I mean, this dude is like that. His game offensively is that pure. So what LeBron did was say, I'm going to offset that. I got one shot against this dude. I'm a man. I'm going to take this boy down low, and I'm going to remind him, listen, you're still a boy. You're young. You're talented. You're gifted. You're a superstar in this league, but you're too skinny. You can't handle it down here in big boy land, and this is where I'm going to make you live. That is not an indictment against Kevin Durant. That's a laudable, something praiseworthy to give to LeBron. So I'm looking at Kevin Durant. Now, if you were 230 and LeBron pushed you around, we got a problem. We all know if you're going up against Kevin Durant, you got one shot. You better muscle that boy, because there's nothing else that you can do with him. He's too long to go over, okay? He's too quick or too fast to just go around. He does offensively, he doesn't even have to deal with you. He can literally live outside of 19-9 and beat you, eat you alive. He's that pure. He just ran into a man on a mission in LeBron. So I'm not going to hold that against him. Now, to get to the bigger point, When you look at Kevin Durant and what he's saying is, this is what I've done. And basically, I was within 3 games of an NBA championship. I don't want to hear my time is coming. I believe my time is now because I was knocking on the door last year. Every single year, we got knocked out in the first round. We got knocked out in the semifinals. We got knocked out in the conference finals by Dallas. Then we got knocked out in the finals to the Miami Heat. All he's saying is, why wait? The fans that come out to see us play, they're looking for me to wait. My teammates ain't looking for me to wait. The Oklahoma City Thunder organization isn't looking for me to wait. And because I'm a basketball junkie who went to Rucker Park, who went all over the country just playing ball in the sneakers, just pulling on his shorts during the lockout, just to play ball anyway, he is saying, I'm not conceding anything. That's the kind of stuff I want from an aspiring champion, because unlike those who usually bloviate, opening their mouths, talking nonsense, I know this kid is putting in the work. I just wish he spent more time in the weight room. That's my issue with him. I think he needs to put on more weight. But I have no other problem with Kevin Durant. I understand your point. You know, he could have come up bigger.
Yeah.
You know, he could have been, like, even the points that he scored, some of it was quiet. You know, he seemed
Who did you pick in the finals?
I picked Oklahoma City.
Thank you.
I
Why?
picked Oklahoma because of Kevin Durant.
Thank you.
Okay.
And were you disappointed in Kevin Durant?
I was disappointed from the standpoint that there were far too many moments where I thought he was a bit quiet.
I agree.
Right? But again, it's similar to LeBron.
Okay.
LeBron, it's like you pointing out LeBron and his perimeter shooting. I'm looking at the fact, until I look at the fact that he averaged 30 and shot 50% from the field, then it's time for me to zip it. I'm looking at Kevin Durant. I'm going like this. Yeah, I wish that he was more impactful. But then I'm looking at him and I'm saying, look, the dude averaged 30 in the finals.
Yeah, but it's a little misleading because when it was time, he wasn't averaging 30.
Well, I understand that, but you know what? Russell Westbrook stepped up big time in Game 4. He was unreal. James Harden, God bless him, deserving of the Sixth Man of the Year. He just flat. I mean, I didn't even know that player. James Harden is big time, but in the finals, he disappeared.